Ed Bledsoe's wife Melody, and her children, James and Emily Roberts, perished in the blaze. Heartbroken, Mr. Bledsoe said he had no idea his home was in danger when he left his family to run an errand. He told CBS News, "I was only gone about 15 minutes when my wife called and said, 'You gotta get here. The fire's coming up the hill.'" Ed Bledsoe lost his wife and two her children. Image CBS News. James Roberts, 5, died in the fire. Image GoFundMe. The devastated grandfather revealed the last conversation he had with 5-year-old James. Overcome with emotion, Mr. Bledsoe said, "I was talking to my little grandson on the phone. He was saying, 'Grandpa, please, you gotta come and help us. The fire's at the back door.' I said, 'I'm right by you, honey. Just hold on, Grandpa's coming.'" Melody Bledsoe died trying to save her children. Image GoFundMe. 4-year-old Emily also perished. Image GoFundMe. Mr. Bledsoe was unaware his home was in danger. Image CBS News. But when he returned, the road was blocked with cars and firefighters stopped him from racing towards the flames. Mr. Bledsoe told CBS Sacramento how his wife desperately tried to save the children. He added, "She wet a bunch of blankets and put them down at the side of the bed. She got a wet blanket and put one on her. Got over the top of them, and they lay there until the fire took them." Mrs. Bledsoe's granddaughter, Amanda Woodley, wrote in a Facebook post, "Grandma did everything she could to save them. She was head over them both with a wet blanket." Fires continued to rage on Monday. Image AFP. Thousands of firefighters in California made some progress against several large-scale blazes. Image AFP. A helicopter drops water on a burning hillside during the Mendocino Complex fire near Findlay, California. Image AFP. Close to 200,000 acres have been turned into a national wasteland. Image AFP. Image AFP. The children's mother, Sherry Bledsoe, was quoted by the Sacramento Bee as saying, "My kids are deceased. That's all I can say." The blaze also killed 2 firefighters and another person as 7 people remain missing. The fireball destroyed hundreds of buildings and sent thousands of frantic residents fleeing from the homes. The blaze has been raging for almost a week. Image AFP. 6 people have died. Image Getty Images. North America. Underbrush burns on the south edge of the car fire near Eagar, California. Image Reuters. One of the firefighters, who had been hired by California fire officials to use his bulldozer to clear vegetation in the wildfire's path, has been identified as Don Smith, 81, from Pines, California. More than 38,000 people in Redding and elsewhere in Shasta County have been ordered to leave their homes from the 80,900-acre car fire as authorities warned more evacuations were possible. A firefighter and bulldozer operator were killed battling the fast-moving car fire that has burned over 80,000 acres and destroyed hundreds of homes. Image Getty Images. North America. Firefighters say only 5% of a nearly 90,000-acre fire has been contained. Image AFP. Around 12,000 firefighters battled Sunday to contain wildfires in California. Image AFP. Some 3,400 firefighters on the ground and in 17 helicopters were battling the fire as it ripped through Redding, a city of 90,000 people, in California's scenic Shasta Trinity area. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection said the town of Keswick, with a population of just 450, has been left in smoldering ruins. Law enforcement officials are currently trying to locate 17 people reported missing, but said the number of missing has fluctuated in recent days. Redding Police Sergeant Todd Kogel said, "We don't want to give the impression that all these people have suffered some kind of grave circumstances. We sent officers to some of these places where they lived, and the houses were intact, so it's more than likely those people just evacuated. There are currently 89 large wildfires blazing across 14 U.S. states, mostly in the west, according to the National Interagency Fire Center. 2 firefighters were killed, including an 81-year-old man who had been employed to clear vegetation out of the fire's path. Image Getty Images North America. The town of Keswick has been completely destroyed. Image Splash News. The fire, which started on Monday afternoon, has been fed by hot, dry weather and high winds. Image Getty Images North America. So far this year, wildfires have scorched almost 4.3 million acres across the United States, above the 3.7 million acre average for the same period over the last decade. Approximately 1,100 people crowded into an evacuation center at Shasta College, outside Reading, one of several shelters that officials said reached full capacity on Saturday. One of them, 57-year-old David Franceschi, said he had been on a camping trip when the fire erupted. He rushed back to his home to try to retrieve possessions, but by the time he arrived, authorities had closed the road. While he still has his dog Spot, Franceschi said he assumes the fire destroyed all his possessions, including the urn containing the ashes of his son, who died 4 years ago. "That's what bothers me the most," Franceschi said. 3,400 firefighters are battling the blaze. Image Splash News. President Trump has declared a state of emergency in the fire-hit area. Image Splash News. The fire, which started on Monday afternoon, has been fed by hot, dry weather and high winds. Temperatures were forecast to reach 109 Fahrenheit (42.8 Celsius) on Saturday, with winds of up to 8 miles per hour, 13 kilometers per hour, according to the National Weather Service. Mercy Medical Center Hospital has treated 9 people for burns, including 3 firefighters. Officials said police were responding to looting incidents in evacuated neighborhoods. The flames erupted into a firestorm on Thursday when they jumped across the Sacramento River and swept into the western side of Reading, about 150 miles north of Sacramento. President Donald Trump declared a state of emergency in the fire-hit area, a move that authorizes federal funds and staff to help in disaster response. Other major wildfires were raging about 110 miles east of Los Angeles and near Yosemite National Park, which closed due to the blaze.